it just grew from there. Then I started going, doing reviews for other websites where it was just great for those authors that I was reading their books, because now I'm getting to put their work out there in other hands as well. So it all just started for me just wanting to help. I wanting someone to do for me what I was doing for them.
And how long have you been doing this?
This started back in '06. But the whole literary world for me, like me entering it and everything, it all started in April of 2006.
Okay. Well, what do you like most about being a book reviewer?
Sometimes I get the books before they're released, so I already know, I know what they're talking about, and it's just interesting to see when someone else reads the book and what they have to say about it. So sometimes I get I get it beforehand, so that's one of the perks of it. But I like to read, so as long as it's a good story, I'm going to follow it. I'm with it all the way.
Well, now I want to talk about your Writer's Life chats. How did it get started, and how long have you been doing it?
Writer's Life chat started in '07. In 2007, it was just another avenue for me to promote Kisha Green. I started out with the Writer's Life chats in a chat room on AOL back in '06. And it was just it was cool, being in the chat room. You could be whoever you wanted to be. You could ask whatever question. And someone suggested to me, hey, Kisha, why don't you go on Blog Talk Radio? And I'm like, let me try that out. And I did, and I liked it, because now, instead of people being in a chat room reading what I was saying, they could hear me now. They could hear these thoughts that I'm saying, And it was pretty, and it just took off from there. This has been 2 years, 2.5 years that I've been doing the show. I love it. My guests, they love it. I've never had a guest say that, I'll never do your show again, Kisha. We have a lot of fun with it. It's even nicknamed to this point where they call it Thirsty Thursdays. It's just something fun. I don't want it to seem like, okay, it's like a Barbara Walters interview or Oprah, but it's not like that. It's just Kisha Green talking to an author. And what I want all of the listeners and the aspiring writers to see is that these authors, whether they're seasoned or newbies, they all have a story to tell. They are not superhuman. They put their pants on one leg at a time, and we can have fun with it. Just sit back, whatever it is, grab your cocktail, grab your Pepsi, your Snapple, vitamin water, whatever it is, just have your drink, sit there and just relax. I'm going to do the rest, and we're going to have a good time, and I have a great time with my show. I love my show to death. I love my guests. I love the support that people have shown me just on the strength, because I remember when I first started, there might have been maybe 2 people listening, and now it's huge. People, I'll go places, and people will say, oh my God, Kisha, I listened to your show, and it's like, wow, it's just this is crazy, but I'm blessed, and I'm happy, and I'm just going to keep doing it.
Well, I'm going to go into more detail on a question I may have already asked you earlier, but it's going to be a different form of a question. With everything you got going on, with everything you do, you still manage to have time for family, rearing the kids, everything. How do you keep that balance?
Oh my goodness, I'm a crazy lady. How do I find the balance? I just think that my family, they are so supportive, and they understand what I'm trying to do, so they give me some leeway and some time to do what it is that I have to do. They support it. So it's I try to work around their schedules, making sure that I do what I need to do for them, then handle my literary stuff. And, try not to inconvenience them, because even though they support me, they're still my children. They're still my family. I still have to do what I need to do. So I just, I try to work around it. It's just multitasking. That's all. Just multitasking. The same way I can wear 6 different hats in literary, I can wear 6 different hats here in my house, as a mother, as a wife, as a parent, the sister, the friend. We know sometimes when we're dropping our kids off all the time, we feel like a taxi driver. So, you do all of these things. So it's just multitasking.
Sounds good. Now, what is your favorite non-literary activity?
Non-literary activity? Spending quality time with my friends and family.
Okay.
You can't put a price tag on it. You can't compare it to anything else. It could be the simplest things as me just sitting on the couch watching a movie with my youngest daughter or all of my kids, just regular family time, or me and my girlfriends just sitting here being silly. That stuff is priceless.
Okay. All right. What is your biggest literary regret?
Biggest literary regret? I don't want to say regrets because I need to learn. I always need to learn something, and without going through trials and tribulations, then you can't really acquire the knowledge that you need to make better decisions. So I would just say, though, but one of the things that I wish, per se, I would have known is that not everybody has your best interest. Not everybody wants to help you. People, they have selfish reasons. They have their own agendas. And that was just one of the things, because I'm just a happy-go-lucky person, and I just assume because I'm willing to help you, you would do the same for me, where in all cases it's not true. They just have their hand out. They will try to get over on you and try to take advantage, and that's just the disheartening part of it. But I just wish I would have known that everybody does not have your best interest at heart, because I've learned that lesson countless times, but I still don't let it deter me from doing what I have to do. I'm not going to let it keep me down. I'm going to keep doing it, because I say it all the time. Anybody that knows me has spoken to me. Failure is not an option. Not for me. Not yesterday, not today, not tomorrow. I'm going to keep doing what I need to do. So every obstacle that is put in front of me, I will get past it.
I like that. I like that. If you could, hold on one second. If you can go back and change anything, I mean anything, about your literary life, your personal life, any of it, what would you change?
Nothing. I wouldn't change anything. The only thing I could say is just researching the business side of literary more so than I was aware of when I first started. Knowing the difference between printing, using a print on demand versus me contacting a printer directly and dealing with the printer. So, just knowing that stuff, that part of the business, just the business side of it, I wish I would have been more educated on. But the other stuff, I have to go through all of that to get me to the point where I'm at. Because if I didn't go through it, I would just still be the author who didn't want to venture out to be the reviewer or the the website person or the blog talk host and the publisher. So no, I needed to do all of that.
Okay. Well, I only have 2 more questions left, and it's actually, I didn't realize this when I interviewed you last time, that these questions are kind of run together. So I'm just going to ask them both at the same time.
Okay.
All right. First, I want to ask, are there any future projects in the works? Number 2, what's next for Kisha Green?
Future projects for Kisha Green would be keep pushing Diva Books, my publishing company, Diva Books, out there. I will be releasing an erotica anthology in February of 2010, which is part 2 to the first one, Mental Seduction, Erotic Escapades, Volume 2. That will be coming out for 2010. And also, what I plan to do is put out, like, all of the books that I have released, they worked. Some of them were with the print on demand, so each year I'm just kind of just bringing them over to them being fully under my umbrella, where I don't have to share the profit with this other company. So that's always going to be something. Every year I'll be bringing, one of those books over to Diva Books, and just continuing to do the show, just different things, just different literary things going, different ventures where right now I'm in the talks with another author where we are trying to put something together to promote literacy, not so much just in the schools, but also in jails where, they're, even though these people are convicted felons and they're there and they're being punished, I still think that they should be able to learn something while they're there. Their brain should still be able to move around and just keep doing something, and I think of it as turning a negative into a positive. That's, promoting the literacy and helping out. If that means going out there, reading books or whatever I need to do, I wanna take, be a part of that and help. I don't want to be, just another person where, oh, well, that's what they did. They should have paid attention in high school or in elementary. No. If they didn't, fine. They were out in the streets doing whatever they were doing. All right, well, you still got time. We can learn. I'm going to help you.